Good morning, everyone. How are you? I miss all of you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to PCC Music for T2B Class Piano. Today's week 12. Do you have all the materials ready? We need to have the syllabus packet. This is a very wonderful reference guide. Basic timing, sight reading book, keyboard paintings, colorful keyboard classics, and don't forget about your metronome. Now, please take out the course information sheet. Let's take a look at course outline. Go to week 12. Today we are going to cover everything listed on week 12. Now, I would like you to please pause this video and do some warm-up exercise. Do push-ups against a wall for 20 times. And after you finish, please come back for silent placement. Here is a silent placement, 5-finger pattern, major keys. C major, D flat major, D major, E flat major, E major, F major, G flat major, G major, A flat major, A major, B flat major, B major, and C major. Go back to C. This time we are going to do minor keys. C major, minor, D flat major, minor, D major, minor, E flat major, minor, E major, minor, F major, minor, G flat major, minor, G major, minor, A flat major, minor, A major, minor, B flat major, minor, B major, minor, and C major, minor. Now please take out the handout. 5-finger major scales, parallel motion. Today's week 12. So we should do A flat major. Here's the A flat major. So form the 5-finger pattern. Whole, half, whole step, half step, and whole step. I would like you to please do this beautiful heart shape to form a very nice hand position for both hands. When you play, make sure that you don't move up and down your wrist. Make sure that you can maintain a very evenness tone quality. So look how I maintain this move to the right, to the left, rather than up and down. So listen for this tone quality. This is a beautiful sound quality. If you're moving up and down, the sound would be too harsh. So once again, how to improve our sound quality, how to improve our technique, always through listening. So again, maintain evenness of sound quality is very important. Listen once more. This is A flat major, parallel motion, 5-finger pattern. Contrary motion. Now let's continue. Major scales and primary chords today, week 12. So we should do A flat major, key signatures, 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Put your right hand on A flat major 5-finger pattern. So we know the first 5 notes is A flat, B flat, C, D flat, and E flat. We need 2 more notes. So we need to form 2 more whole steps. So E flat to F, whole step, another whole step. The last note, of course, A flat major. So here is the A flat major scale, the 8-tone scale. We have A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A flat. This scale, A flat major scale, fingers are challenging for both right hand and left hand, and also hands together. It's totally different than C major scales fingering. So I'd like you to practice really slowly and accurately. Remember, this is 42B. We need to do 2 octaves. Here we go. This is A flat major, right hand fingering. Right hand start with 3rd finger, middle finger on A flat, and with the 3rd finger on A flat. Here we go. 3, 4. Now thumb on C. 1, 2. 4, 1, 2, 3, Watch out, third finger. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3. Ends with 3 of A flat. Now, left hand, also start with the middle finger. Third finger, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reset. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Has to use 3 so that we can play third octave or fourth octave. Come back down. 3, come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. In order to tackle this scale, A flat major scale, think about only one octave. And when you reach this note before you approach the second octave, you reset your mind. Okay, I'm just going to do it again one octave higher. This is it. So I'm going to play both hands for you really slowly for your reference. Okay, and reset here, exactly same fingerings, just do one more octave. Scale 2, do not move up and down your hands. Make sure you have a very beautiful evenness tone and very legato. Okay, so after we finish the scale, make sure that you practice right hand alone A flat major scale for 20 times. Left hand 20 times, hands together 20 times until you could play everything accurately and smoothly with a quarter note, with a metronome. Quarter note equals 60 with subdivision. After the scale, we have to reset our hand position to A flat major 5-finger pattern. So here's a 1 chord, 4th chord, thumb goes up, whole step, go back to 1 chord, 5-7, pinky goes down, half step, and back to 1 chord. For the right hand, 1 chord, same thing, 5-finger pattern, A flat major. 4th chord, very important, right hand needs to pick up the 3rd finger and move to the 4th note. Pinky goes up, whole step. For the 4th chord, left hand fingerings 5, 2, 1. Right hand fingering is 1, 3, 5. Back to 1 chord, 5-7 chord. The lowest note go down, half step, and back to 1 chord. Now, Professor Shen is going to play quarter note equals 60. Then time signatures 4/4 for you. Remember, practice slowly and accurately, and gradually increase the speed until you could reach quarter note equals 60. Here we go. A flat major, both hands, 2 octaves.
1 and 2 and 3
finger.
and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
Legato. Our course information sheet. Go to week 12. We have the basic timing, page 20 and 21. Basic timing, page 20 and 21. Let's go to page 21. I would like us to challenge ourselves. Let's do 86. 86. the tempo marking is vivace. Vivace means lively. Time signatures 12, 16. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's too much. So we could count 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Ta 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 ta. More like in a time signature 4, 4. So in 4, 1, 2, 3, or you can count it triplet, 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 triplet. So let's try it. C major position. Now let's make it triplet in each beat.
1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1.
Now let's try A flat major today's week 12. Try A flat major.
1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1 and dot 2 and dot 3 and dot 4 and dot 1.
Alright, so today week 12, our project is page 20 and 21. There are 10 of them, so I encourage you to practice at least 2 exercises a day. Try the C major first, the original key first, and transpose to various keys. Hope you enjoy it. Now let's continue. Sight reading. Take out the course information sheet, course outline, week 12, sight reading, page 34 and 35. Before we start the sight reading, I'd like us to review the landmark notes. This is the middle C, right here. Now, the pair, we have the 3 spaces up, mommy C, 3 spaces down, daddy C, mommy C, daddy C. Another pair, we have 2 legend lines up, grandma C, 2 legend lines down, grandpa C, grandma C, and grandpa C. Now we have another pair, treble G and bass F. You see, 2 lines up, 2 lines down, treble G, bass F. The last one is there, high G, here, low F, another pair, high G, F clef, low F. Hope it helps. Remember all those pairs. This is the middle C, this is one pair, mommy, daddy. Another pair, grandma, grandpa. Another pair, triple G, bass F. Another pair, high G, low F. If you can remember all 9 landmark notes, that will help you speed up your sight reading. Now let's go back to sight reading book, page 34 and 35. Today I would like us to do page 35, number 5. I don't know if you could see it. Number 5 is, it says, like a fanfare. Fanfare has a lot of brass instruments and drums, so it needs to be very rhythmic, and the sound needs to be really bright, very cheerful. Now time signatures 4/4. For sight reading, we are always using quarter note equals 50, 50. Key signatures F sharp. Look at the last note, both right hand and left hand are G, so it's written in the key of G major. Stanford should be very cheerful, so it shouldn't be the minor key. That's why it's in a major key. So let's change the tempo to 50. There are 3 steps. Remember, the first step, tap the rhythm with the metronome, repeat twice. Second step, silent placement, mental practice with the metronome, also repeat twice. The third step, play with sound with the metronome, also repeat twice. Here is the first step. Please tap the rhythm with me. We also need to use the subdivision 8th note.
1 and 2 and 3 and
Ready?
4
Tap.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3
Rest.
and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
Accent, fortissimo,
1 and 2 and 3 and 4
rest.
and
Okay, now second step is silent placement. The first note right here is triple G, first finger. Look at the key signatures F sharp. There's no F within our 5-finger position, so we don't need to worry about it. The first note left hand is B, right below middle C, third finger. Key signature is F sharp. There is no F, or within the 5-finger pattern, there is no F, so we don't need to worry about it. Now, silent placement. Do not look down. This is the right hand position. This is left hand position. Once we start it, make sure our eyes stay on the sheet music. Always read ahead. Always think ahead. Think about the notes. Think about the fingerings. Think about the intervals. Think about the keys. Feel the keys. Feel the fingerings. And eyes stays here. Silent placement.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4
Ready. Go.
and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3
Rest.
and 4
Third
and
measure.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
Accent.
4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Now let's move on to the third step, play with sound. So right here start with the G, triple G, left hand B. So it's different notes. Make sure that they're not the same notes. Here we go. Also, the third measure, make sure the left hand B3 and B4. There's a dotted rhythm, 3 and 4 and. So Dr. Jin is going to circle it for you. Make sure that the rhythm has to be accurate and precise. Here we go. B3 and B4 on the third major.
1 and 2 and 3
Read
and
ahead.
4
Ready. Go.
and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 and 4 and
Now, for week 12, our projects to practice page 34 and 35. There are 7 of them, so make sure you practice 1 exercise a day and follow all 3 steps. Hope that you enjoy learning the sight reading this book, and that you will improve your sight reading, especially at the end of the semester. I hope that you will be really proud of your achievements and accomplishments. Now, let's take out course information sheet outlined week 12. After sight reading, we go straight to keyboard painting, page 24 and 25. Page 24 and 25. This is a piece we are going to play for final exam, week 16. Week 10, we learned from measure 1 through measure 12. Last week, we learned from measure 13 to measure 20. So today, week 12, we are going to learn from measure 21 to measure 24. The time signature is 6/8. Metronome, dotted quarter note equals 72. change to eighth note. So we talk about there are 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2 beats in each measure, and we're trying to do triplet. All right, so now let's go back to page 25, measure 21. The first note, left hand is D and D octave. So the entire measure 21, 22, octave on D, that's it. Super easy. Now continue, measure 23, left hand need to move to C, octave on C. That is C, and repas C. That's it. Until the very last note. Watch out, you need to cross over the D second finger so that you could connect this one. Here is a tie. Write it down here. This is tie. So you need to hold it for measure 25. So take a look. Circle and highlight this note at the end of measure 24. Can you see that? And then go, you tie, hold it, and go straight. Second finger, very important, so you can reach your fifth finger on that G. Okay. Here is measure 21 through 24. Left hand, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Make sure that you rotate your wrist so it won't get stuck. 1, 2, 3, 2. Kind of turn the door knob. Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Rotate your wrist. 3, 2, 2, 3. Goes to C. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. Your wrist needs to be flexible. Now, second finger on D. Hold it down. G. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. Now let's move on to right hand. Measure 21. That's a grace note. Remember, we need to release the first note and hold the top note. Okay, so release the first note and release the lowest note and lower note and hold the top note. Here we go. 2, 2, 3. Here's the octave. 1, 2. D accent. 1, 2, 3. Here's the tie. 1, 2, 3. Again, release the lowest note, hold the top note. 2, 2, 3. Accent. 1, 2. This time, interval is 6. E, B flat, and C. B flat and C. That's it. So make sure that if you can see it, measure 22. Here's the octave, right hand, D to D. Go to measure 24, circle that. Right hand is C to E, interval is 6. And remember, here's the accidental B flat and C. Okay, so I'm going to play really slowly for you for this 4 measures. Measure 21, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Measure 23. Left hand goes to C. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Watch out, left hand. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. All right, so Professor Shin is going to play for you for the final exam. Full tempo is dotted quarter note equals 72. Final exam would be on week 16. Here is the pickup on week 6. At the end, there's a return down do, so I'm going to pause the video. Pause the metronome so I can slow it down.
1 and dot 2 and dot 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 1
Last note is G, the lowest G on the ADA keyboard, and you hold it longer because of the fermata. Hope that you enjoy learning this piece and preparing yourself for the upcoming final exams. Now we finish the keyboard painting. Take out the course information sheet and let's go to course outline week 12. We still have one more piece from keyboard painting. So take out the keyboard painting again. Go to page 19. This is a new piece. You see there is a highlight, which means that's the first piece that we learned in that week. Okay, it's called skyscrapers. What is skyscrapers? Means a very, 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 very tall building, very tall. So the quarter note equals 72. Our project for this piece would be week 12 today. We are going to learn from measure 1 through measure 10, week 13, 11 through 15, week 14, 16 to the end. The time signature is 2-2, so please take out your metronome. By the way, this time, very important, the time signature change. If you could please take a look here, can you see that? Time signature at the beginning is 2-2. 2-2 means half note gets 1 beat. There are 2 beats in each measure. And if you go to measure 4, the time signature changed to 2-3. So circle that and highlight it. Write it down 1 and 2 and 3 and. So there are 3 beats in this measure. Go to measure 5. Go back to 2-2. So there are only 2 beats in this measure. Measure 8. Time signature changed to 3-2 again. Measure 9 changed back to 2-2 through the until the end. So it's important to circle measure 4 and measure 8. Time signature change. With that being said, we don't need to have the Dr. metronome, this metronome to count for us. He's not that flexible. So we are just going to use the tone. Change the tone. Go to the settings. Change the tone to 11. Quarter note 72. Okay. Quarter note 72. We could use 2-2. If it's a quarter note 72, we don't need to because it's quarter note. So change it back to 4-4. Alright, so I would like you to please do not use the subdivision because half note and then quarter note is already subdivision, already subdivided. So you don't need to use the use the subdivision. Now for this piece, right hand straight through, except the last part is all 7th chord. What is 7th chord? This is a triad, right? Triad. So it's a third, and another third. That will become a 7th chord. Look at the C to B. That's the 7, interval 7. That's why it's called 7th chord. And then for the left hand, almost straight through is interval 5th. Back and forth. Okay, hope you enjoy it. I'm going to play this piece for you. Okay, make sure straight through. Today, let's learn measure 1 through measure 10. Right hand. Again, that's the 7th chord. 7th chord, the shape is this 1, 2, 3, 5. So you only need to read the lowest note because you won't change the shape, right? So it will be C, E, E, F, G, F, E, F. That's measure 5, C, D, E, F, G. Skip E, D, C. Big leap to B and big leap down to E. Okay, so here's your right hand. 1 and 2 and write down the counting. 1 and 2 and here's a B flat. 1 and 2 and B flat becomes B natural. Write it down and circle that. Go on, measure 4, super important rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now let's go to measure 5. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and watch out. Go down, skip to E, 2 and watch out here, measure 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now measure 9, only 2 beats. 1 and 2 and. Measure 10, back to E. 1 and 2 and. That's it. Left hand is C, grandpa C and G. That's the type, right? Interval 5th. So you just play this all the way through. Measure 4, you need to move your hand position to pinky goes up to F. And measure 5, move your hand position, pinky goes up to A. And measure 7, pinky goes down to G and D. And measure 8, C and G. Same thing, repeat again, right? Left hand, G and D, and C and G. Okay, so here is the thing, we need to use the pedal. If you are practicing on the acoustic piano, there are 3 pedals, right? You should use the right pedal, that's called damper pedal. How do you do it? You press down the damper pedal, and immediately after you play this chord right hand, you release and press down again. You see that? And every time you see this sign, you release immediately after you play it, and you press it down again. How do you use the pedaling? Always through listening. Listen for clarity, listen for clearness. Here, I'm going to play really slowly for you, both hands. Make sure you write down the counting. For example, 1 and 2 and. Can you see that? 1 and 2 and. Measure 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Measure 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and. They are different. Okay, here is skyscraper, really slow tempo for you to learn this piece. 1 and 2 this chord is on B2, so measure 4 once more. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Measure 5. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Watch out here. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So take out the pencil, make sure you write down measure 8. This left hand, C and G, is play on B2. So here is measure A, 1 and 2 and 3 and now measure 11, 1 and 2 and 12, 1 and 2 and. Hope it helps. And I hope that you enjoy it and have fun learning this piece. It's a beautiful piece, has a beautiful sonority. Okay, so we finished the keyboard painting. Take out the course information sheet, week 12, course outline. After the keyboard painting, we still have one more piece, colorful keyboard classics. This is a piece we're going to play for the final exam. Colorful keyboard classics, page 54, 55. Last week, week 11, we introduced this piece. We learned the musical form is A, B. A is measure 1 through measure 30. B, measure 31 through measure 56. And A comes back again, 57 through 86. Then starting from 87 till the end, that's a coda. So this piece is written in ternary form, A, B, A with a coda at the end. Last week we learned A section, week 11 we learned A section. Today, week 12, we are going to learn B section. A section, we start with the C minor chord, remember? Now, B section, super important. Take a look of measure 30. At the end of 30, there's a fermata and also the key signature. Cancel out the flat. It's all natural, which means B sections, they're completely C major. C major, C minor is called parallel major and minor. So it's parallel, C minor is parallel major, C major. However, C major, there's no sharp and flat. Okay, so let's do it. Measure 31 through 46. Right hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All white keys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One phrase, another phrase. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, staccato, 2, 3, B flat, 1, 2, 3. Write down the fingering. Second finger. Okay, can you see that the fingering? Measure 45 and 6, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Remember, this is completely white keys, different character. We need to play as if we were telling a story with sound. So this is dolce et cantando, measure 31. This is dolce et cantando. Dolce means sweetly, and in a singing style, cantando, singing style. Also, below the bass staff, there is a pedale a piacere, means pedal as desired, which means that for me, do not use the pedal. I would love to hear the 8th rest. Rest is a beautiful silence. With the pedal, it's hard to hear it. All right, so left hand, measure 31. First one is C major, first inversion. Make sure they're even, light. They're the same, right? Now F, G, D, 4, 3, 1. Back to same thing. Very light because it's accompaniment. Measure 39. 40, watch out, we change to A and C sharp. So slide your hands into the keys to make sure that your hands and your forearms are aligned. Measure 41, E minor chord, Then move up one, first inversion, go to C major, second inversion, G7 chord, 5, 3, 1, and C and E. So write down 5, 7 chord here, 5, 3, 1. Now I'm going to play really slowly for you. Measure 31 through 46. 1, 2. Right hand legato connected. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. And release second phrase. 1. C major, very pure sound. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Measure 39. 1, 2, 3. Watch out, left hand C sharp. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, staccato. All right. So Professor Shane is going to play this piece for you. Eighth note equals 152. Change to 152. And we're going to do 3, 8. There are 3 beats. Eighth note equals 1 beat. And do not use the subdivision. This is really, really fast. Change the tone, setting to 13. No subdivision. Ballad means that we need to give a musical storytelling by playing by a composer. This is written by a composer, German composer Bert Müller, from the 19th century Romantic period. Hope you enjoy it. And listen for the left hand 16 note. They need to be very, very, very even. Remember, the C minor is written, A section is written in C minor key, B section C major key. With that being said, we should, before we play the whole thing, we should establish an understanding of the tonality. With that being said, let's take out the C minor harmonic minor form. Always lower the third note if you do C major scale first. Minor form, just lower the third note and sixth note. Let's do it. Okay, so now allow us to listen for the balance between hands. If it's an accompaniment, right hand accompaniment in A section needs to be really light. Left hand, if the melody, need to bring down. However, in D section, right hand now has a melody. In a singing style, C major key, and in the key of C major, and the left hand's accompaniment. The reverse, right? And then A section comes back again. Right hand becomes the accompaniment, left hand has a melody again. So listen for the balance, how to improve your piano performance always through listening. Here we go, Ballad by Bert Müller. Hope you enjoy it.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Before I wrap up our lecture today, I would like you to know, go to measure 30. The reason I added one more measure because there is a fermata and we're practicing with this metronome counting. So I suggested 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 before we prepare for the C major section, B section. And also I'd like to remind you, measure 8, the fingering for right hands, C, E flat, and F sharp. 1, 3, 4 is important. The last thing I would like to remind you is B section is written to be repeated from measure 31 and 46. So don't forget about repeating this part. I hope that you enjoyed today's lecture, and I hope that my lecture is helpful to you. I look forward to welcome you back next Monday, and I hope that you will continue to have fun learning and playing the piano. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.